Hi, Rob here. Selecting the right puffy for your expedition is a really critical choice. These big down parkas are often your safety layer or your comfort layer when you're at camp. So making sure that you have the right type of parka for your upcoming trip, super important. So let's dive into some of the features we look for, what makes a good parka, talk about some of the features of the down, so that's not so confusing, and help you select the right parka for your next expedition. So these big puffy jackets, some of the features I really look for is they've got to have a hood. You know, in general, every single jacket of mine has a hood, but a parka without a hood is pretty much useless in the mountaineering realm, because if you can't flip that up and really lock in that heat, it doesn't help keep you safe and warm if you have to stop moving for a couple of hours. So, has to have a hood first off. Second off, you want a nice beefy zipper. Some of these have a zipper that is really small toothed. The problem with that is over time those teeth start wearing out and you need to be able to zip this thing up with confidence even in the high winds and make sure that it actually traps in that heat. Anytime you put these guys on, like at a break or something like that, just go ahead and zip them all the way up. A lot of people forget that step, don't zip them all the way up, and you're just losing a lot of heat that you should be trapping and staying warm with. I also look for pockets. These are big, nice, warm pockets that I can stick a water bottle in during my break or snacks in. Having these pockets on the outside is great. I really like having a nice Napoleon pocket here. I'll often stash my next break's snack bars or something inside this. So then the next time I put on my parka, my snacks are already there and I don't have to go digging for them. I'm out here near Kosciuszko in the Australian wilderness. So I selected a fairly lightweight parka. This thing isn't my heaviest weight one. It is appropriate for where I am, but it's missing one feature that I really like when I go into super cold environments. And that is right on the inside of your jacket on any really nice warm parka, you're going to find water bottle pockets. These are usually fairly high volume mesh pockets that allow you to stick that water bottle in right here and keep it warm and keep it from freezing in extreme temperatures. But really, that's about the only feature that this thing is missing that I look for in my even heavier parkas. Then we're gonna move on kind of the construction of these things. Two main ways these are built. One is sewn through, the other is baffled. You'll see those terms thrown around on the descriptions. So to clarify that, a sewn through construction has these stitching lines where the outer fabric of the jacket is stitched all the way straight to the inner fabric. Basically that closes off the down. It does create a cold spot, but in a jacket like this that's not meant for extreme cold, those cold spots, you don't really feel them. A baffled construction, on the other hand, instead of the down coming, or the two fabrics coming together and being sewn through, they'll come down and then in between the two fabrics will be another thin piece of fabric. That allows the down to loft and push that apart, and you're never actually compressing that down to a single point. So those are all your warmer jackets. Any of your big parkas for like Aconcagua or Jantzen or heading over to the Himalayas are going to have that baffled construction. If you're looking for a warm jacket, that's a really good key that you're on the right track. So the whole point of all of these sewn things is just to keep the down in place so it can loft fully. That means expand, but it doesn't all fall down to the bottom with gravity. Common misconception with these things is that the higher the down fill count, the warmer the jacket will be. That really isn't necessarily true. The fill count is simply a measurement of how much volume a single ounce of down is going to take up when you let it fully loft. So an 800 fill count set of down, if you have an ounce of it, that weight, it'll fill up 800 cubic inches. Conversely, if you have 700 fill count down, it's gonna fill up 700 cubic inches per ounce. 900 cubic inches per ounce. So what you're really getting is how light can your jacket be for the same amount of warmth, and how compressible will it be? So a nice 850 or 950 or 850 or 900 fill count jacket like this one, I can compress it down and it'll get small and it stays light even though I am able to let it expand and end up with a very warm puffy. So these things really compress down inside your pack away nicely. So don't be fooled, fill count does not necessarily mean warmer. For warmer, you're wanting thickness. You really want to look for how much distance is in between that inner fabric and outer fabric. That's all the air pockets it's going to trap. So the wider, the thicker your jacket is, the warmer it'll be regardless of the fill count. I still like my 850 plus type jackets simply because they are a little bit lighter and they do fit in the pack a bit better. But otherwise, the main thing I'm looking for is to judge warmth by how thick the jacket ends up being.